answered it, and later she says it always happens when the kids are playing, and that kid was on the line playing.
But it was only because. But how does she? No, is she just
She
watching
said,
children all
remember,
day long?
She's old. That's what old people do.
Just
You
watch
don't know-
children
Old
play?
people do that all day. If they live in a neighborhood, all old people do is watch children because they're waiting for the moment when they can yell at them and tell them to get off their lawn. That's all
Buy
they
your
want to do.
grandparents some Netflix.
I'm just
Hook
saying.
your grandparents up with some
They
Netflix.
won't know how to do it. Have you seen old people try to use like
Hey, there's no audio.
Siri or there's no audio. Pantomime again.
Thanks so much, Matthew
No,
Thompson, for letting us
good
know.
again? No,
Please let us know. Is there audio?
Hey,
Is there
Matthew Thompson, is audio back? Let me know.
Or are you trolling us like the trolliest of trolls?
They're telling me there is audio. Matthew Thompson, I swear to God, I'm gonna really.
Oh, he says there we go.
Oh,
So we
okay,
have audio
okay.
now. So welcome to Live from Gallifrey.
Yes.
We are so glad that you could join us. We are going to talk about an episode called Fear Her.
That's right, the most.
Your favorite episode,
Well,
right?
it's the most infamous episode for people that hate it. I'll tell you that much. Oh boy, it's an episode of Doctor Who, all right.
But yeah, so we have this young girl, Chloe, who likes to draw and is an obsessive. Hey, what's up? We have a super chat. Thank you so much, Larry
Ooh.
Newbill. What does Larry Newbill say?
Shout out to my girl Elle for guessing one of my items of the package right.
Oh man, I can't wait till your package comes in. I always look forward to like getting one of those.
Oh boy,
It's super
boy.
exciting. I wonder what kind of goodies.
Yes, so we definitely do appreciate it. We love it. We love it when we get stuff. Trust me, give me more stuff. I just want it. Give me. But also,
It's not meant
we
to be
do
naughty, but
know-
it kind of was. Producer's just giggling in the corner over there.
But
Definitely.
once again, we
Never
love
mind, let's not go there.
we love receiving love. We love receiving
Yes.
love, and we love being able to go ahead and do things as far as acts of love for you guys. And if you guys want to find out what our newest act of love is, you can head on over to patreon.com/Cosmic Protectors. That is what we are trying to do to provide you guys, a fandom, with something just as much as you guys provide us with love for everything that we do.
And
So-
if you love Doctor Who, it has a lot of sci-fi elements in this
Yes,
particular
it
comic that we are
definitely
coming out with.
does.
So
Oh.
please check that out. We are on Instagram, we are on Facebook,
That's
we are
right.
on Patreon.
That's right.
Please go
That's
follow
right.
those. We're working hard on that.
Oh,
But
and
yeah, so
Well, but so once again, I'm sorry, but this episode, as we did say, we're gonna say it again just in case you guys didn't know. In my opinion, is a callback, not a ripoff, but a callback to a Twilight Zone episode.
I definitely agree with you.
It's one of just paying homage to it. And that episode is "It's a Good Life," where there's this godlike child who you can't say anything bad to.
yeah, it's like, oh,
Or-
what was his name? Like, oh, you're a good boy. That's very good. You did a very good
Yeah.
thing. Because if you make him angry, he makes you disappear.
And you go
And it's like
away.
his father's birthday. He drinks a little too much, and
Yep.
I don't even know if
Oh.
it was his father or maybe a neighbor.
I
but
think it's a neighbor or something, because they come back and they revamped the Twilight Zone back in like early 2000s or whatever like that, and
Oh.
blah blah. And when they did a continuation
Oh,
and gave us
interesting.
that episode. The father is still alive and with the son, pretty much as the son's like henchman. He goes out and talks to
Interesting.
people and everything. So
Didn't know
Billy
that.
Mummy. Ah, the actor
Oh,
is
okay.
Billy Mummy. No, I forgot what the kid's name is, but we'll find out. He wished
Oh.
people into the cornfield. That's
and
right.
twist, those became the
That's-
children of the corn.
Bum,
No,
bum,
but they were
bum.
adults.
No, well,
Doesn't work.
whatever.
But yeah, so we have Chloe, who is a little girl who likes to draw, and her drawings steal the souls of people, put them into the drawing, and it also feeds this kind of
This alien, and it's called a.
Isolus?
Yes, there you go. Good
Isolus.
job.
Oh.
Oh.
But yeah, and the kid acting I think is fine. She has like the whisper voice when she's like the sad little lonely Isolus or whatever, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
she has a regular voice. So she's a creepy child, likes to sing about kookaburras.
I mean that immediately I was like, oh.
Yep, this
Definitely
episode's
evil.
creepy.
Definitely evil. I'm freaked out already.
Yep.
Not good about Kookaburras. I don't. I don't even know what they are. I was just freaked out.
Well, we got another super chat. Thank you so much, Larry Newbill. And we just played the Truth or Drink tonight here at my friend's house. And oh my, Daniel L., I can't wait for you guys to randomly visit. Oh, you can't wait to visit us.
Oh, okay.
And we can play. Have you seen
yeah.
that game?
I
Truth or
saw.
Drink? It's like
I
Truth
saw
or
a
Dare,
post.
but it's like a drink thing.
Yeah, I saw a post and I was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, I just need a good weekend and I'm in for it. Like I just need time to let me play that game on a Friday. and then after that, Saturday, Sunday, I can live. So I'm definitely. I'd be down
Do you
for
guys
it.
know any of the Power Ranger actors that starred in Bring It On? Google it. Our producer will find out this information.
Yes, that's right. About the Power Ranger actor that starred in Bring It On sequel. You forgot his name. I don't.
I don't know either.
We're gonna find out by using our Google machine. You
Yes.
can do the same. Google. When
Great
you need to
solution.
find something, it will tell you.
In most cases.
That's a good commercial.
Yeah, I
I
mean-
mean, Google, if you're watching, you can cut that and just
You
give us
sponsor
a
us.
check.
Sponsor
And then,
us.
hey, we need stuff. Like lights and things.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so
But yeah, we get lonely Chloe.
Yes.
And I don't know. This whole thing about the Iceless needing love to survive, and also living. They make fantasy worlds
Yes,
to keep them
that's true,
occupied
that's
and
true.
everything. Oh, Larry Newbill got it. It's Michael Coupon from Time Force.
Oh, Michael
Copan.
Copan from
Copan.
Time Force. Oh wow, there you go. You got your answer.
But yeah, so the Iceless need love to survive, and they create fantasy worlds to make time go by.
Yes.
And like, I don't know if I'm reading too deep into this because
Okay.
obviously he was an abusive father. They
Yes.
talk about his alcoholism and how it was directly focused onto Chloe as opposed to the mother, that she had to bear the brunt of a lot of his anger. I'm guessing physical and probably emotional
That's right.
abuse. And I don't know, this episode actually kind of struck a chord with me, and it reminded me of Split, where you kind of develop like multiple personality disorder as a way to cope with traumatic experiences, dealing with kind of like PTSD, to protect yourself, to live in these fantasy worlds.
Right.
So I was wondering if it could kind of be like an allegory for like child abuse and going through
Going
like
through
this
it.
like trauma and trying to come out on the other end when the mom finally admits it's like, I'm here for you, I love you, I will never let this happen to you, and having that safety zone. And I was like, oh, like, is this deeper than just like a corny episode of just drawing and
That's
sucking
a-
people in? And
That's
I
actually very true.
I thought it was
I
a
read
lot
that.
deeper, and I
Because
quite liked it this episode.
I didn't think about it that way, and that's really good because the truth is, yeah, there was the theme of like missing fatherhood,
Yes.
abuse, and trauma, and how do you overcome it. And when you just pointed all that, it kind of almost struck a chord with me, and immediately made me think about what is that Snyder film? What is that movie? Sucker Punch. Where
Oh, yeah.
all she
Or
does
Baby
to
Doll
escape,
and-
yeah,
or Baby
to
Girl,
escape the
whatever her name
trauma,
was, yeah.
she makes this fake world and does all those things. I wonder if that's exactly like, yeah, that
But we
makes
see
sense.
a lot of that. Like, we see a lot of it kind of in literature and like with movies and stuff, like Split being one of those. Also with Sucker Punch being one of that. And this is kind of a kid family friendly way to maybe try to address issues that are way more serious in the home, and just saying that, like, hey, if you have this kid that seems distant, that wants to live in this fantasy world, that maybe isn't engaging in the real world, that you need to work hard to reach out and connect with them, to show them that they're protected, that they're loved, that you value them.
Right,
And then
that's
they will
true.
come out of their shell and, become a member of society again.
Wow.
So-
Well, okay, here's a question though. Do you think the doctor really understood the alien, how the alien felt about being alone and like sucking people in because it needed to be connected to people? Because
That
you
is
think about the
essentially who
doctor,
he is.
yes, all he
Yes.
does when he travels, he consistently needs a companion.
Yes.
He can't do it alone, so he essentially draws people in. It
Yes.
just the alien does it without like coercing someone.
Yeah.
It just says, okay, boom, that's it. While the doctor pretty much, look at all this that you can look at. Oh,
Yeah.
now I've got you. Now we're together. And it's like, that's essentially what the alien is doing.
And
it
the
needs
Isolus
that connection.
specifically targeted Chloe because she was lonely.
That's right.
You know,
Well,
and
the
I feel like that
abandonment of her
speaks volumes.
father and everything like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And so the doctor's seeing this too, where he's incredibly empathetic and it's just like, oh, it's not just drawing. There's something more. We need to help her. Really targeting his emotions as well.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get past the time war, which we haven't got to because timey-wimey. But yeah, I don't know.
He did mention at one time when he was talking to Rose on this episode that, I was a father too.
Yeah.
And
so
I love that
what?
reference to Susan.
And the Rose is like, yo, what?
Right? And then I just move on from it. But the thing is, for those that watch Doctor Who, the first Doctor had his daughter Susan. Well, we find out later
Yeah.
that she is actually his daughter, and she's been traveling as well. So it was like, oh wow. I mean, I'm just shocked that he even mentioned it during this time.
Yeah.
But this is where we start to get a lot more references to the character of the Doctor more than just the mythos of the Doctor.
Yes.
And I like that because we start to see that change in the writing for a lot of Doctor Who.
Yes.
And it starts to just drop nuggets all over.
And I
love
wonder
it.
if they had to have meant something where it's like, we know that this is going to play an important part later. Because that is a crazy bomb to drop on your companion. To
Out
be
of
like,
nowhere.
Yo, I used to be a dad. Rose is like,
Wait,
you
yeah.
know, I mean, I know you're old and you've lived quite a lot of lifetimes, but that,
You
like,
used to be
who?
a dad?
Where?
Right?
Where are they? Are they alive? Are they also a Time Lord? Do they, you know?
I
Like,
want to know all these answers. And it's like, yeah, that does kind of, that drew me in. I remember the first time I watched it. I
Yes.
was like, wait, what?
Yes.
Right? Oh, yeah, Susan is his granddaughter. Yeah, that's true. But
Oh,
the thing is, but the thing is, he has a child, and he had a child. And that was, I was like, what? Like, you know,
Yeah.
it kind of hits you in that way. So you want to know more. And it was like, yeah, we're going to get to it later. Don't worry about it. And it's like, okay, we'll have to wait. But yeah, you know, that part was interesting. Now, the thing is, for me, one thing that I noticed, okay, this was trying to be a horror kind of, it was themed with horror, kind of giving
very
us that whole
suspenseful.
thing,
I do
right?
like that.
And now, when we focus on that kind of horror and the way it looked, like the whole localized horror thing,
Yes.
where I was thinking more of, are we gonna at least try to focus even deeper on the daughter's damage or her trauma? But the episode didn't. Instead, it kind of drops the ball and
It's
focuses
very
on the spore.
family-friendly,
Yeah, it focuses on the spore more, though.
But I feel
and
like that's
how
a
the
way to
spore's
remove
loneliness.
like the audience of like, you know, because abuse is obviously a very like it's a very triggering thing.
True.
And they wanted to make it in a way that's easily approachable, and like, yeah, they give a very easy answer of like, just give love and support and everything will be okay. Even the doctor's like just understanding and trying to reach out. And like, yes, this is a very glossed over kind of a more of a Mr. Rogers like, hey, this is a hard issue and like we don't have, you know, like the therapy and the licensing to know
True,
how to really
true,
address this, but this
true.
is one step forward on your way to connecting with these kinds of people that may have had traumatic experiences. And I feel like this, if Rose was paying attention when she finds out what the doctor is doing, she should be able to reach out in this way to reach the doctor too.
Instead of coming through a little girl's door with an axe.
Yeah.
Or a pickaxe.
Yeah.
Because that happened.
Yeah. It was really intense. And
Here's Rose. It was like, no! Why is this white girl breaking down my door? Oh my God! She was just coming through like, oh, that was my nightmare. I don't know about you guys. I mean, that's still my nightmare to this day. Some blonde girl just comes to my door with a pickaxe. I'm freaking out. That's it. I'm just done. I'm done.
It's true. It's true. I'm not gonna lie about that. But yeah, like this episode, and like maybe in like the lighter sense of dealing with the London 2012 Olympics and lighting the flame, and you know, the warmth and the light, and bringing unity together between worlds.
Yes.
Or between the world and between worlds, with these isolates kind of going back
That's
up
true.
to where they need to be.
That's true. And that was cool. That was cool. I mean, ultimately, the symbol or the whole thing was love, unity, a connection. We are all one in that way, and bringing us together is what will help us become better. And I got that as the theme in the end, so I was like, yes, I appreciate it. And it's telling us also, no matter what your trauma is, you are bigger than your trauma. That's why when that monster was coming down as the father, the mother and daughter sung. They didn't fight, they sung to show their level of unity. By doing that, it pushed
And
away
to
the
show
monster.
that they're not scared. So it's kind of like the whole Bogart thing in Harry Potter, where it's like you try to make it fun, you try to make light of your fears in order to conquer them. Oh, Matthew Thompson says, blonde woman coming in my door with a pickaxe is his dream.
He also does have long hair as a man, so I mean, that's something that we kind of wonder about.
What does that mean?
I don't know, I just want to say that and see if it's going to work.
Okay.
I'm jealous of him.
I don't know
I'm
where
jealous.
that was going.
No,
but,
I don't know. I'm just actually jealous of the fact that he has that long, luxurious hair. But he also does do a Cajun accent.
Oh, nice.
So that's something. So his long hair does.
I don't know what that has to do with the blonde woman coming in with a pickaxe being his dream, but I mean, all right.
Hey,
I guess this is fun facts about Matthew Thompson episode.
He just shows up and does some Gambit kind of thing, and they're like, "Oh, Gambit, I love you," and then later, you know, just like
I guess
all
what
women with
Daniel's
Gambit,
saying
they
is
come
that
to
you
hurt
can have your dreams come true, use the Cajun accent, use the hair to your advantage, and your dreams might just come true.
Well, that, and also make sure you go ahead and free a race that's happened to be crashed here on Earth with fire and love.
I guess you could do that too, but Rose kind of came in when things were not with necessarily the love part, but the more demons coming from the closet and trying to take over our girl Chloe. But
the big thing they said was love.
Love for Demon Daddy that came back alive through the drawings. the rest of this episode was kind of weird. I try to go with like the more serious thing. That's the thing I latched on to. To be honest, I don't have a whole lot else.
That is it.
To
The
mention
episode
this.
wasn't.
She
The
takes
episode
the
was
kids.
kind of.
The drawings are horrifying when they move, and she draws them, and it's like, oh, I'm gonna draw you a cat so you're not lonely.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh no! Please don't. Don't do anything, please.
all right,
These things are
Mr.
trapped in
Bigglesworth,
yeah,
like you're
right?
gone now.
No, I'm
Cat in the
pretty
box.
much good.
Cat's gone.
Cat's gone. Boom. It was finished just like that. No, but honestly, this episode was kind of cut and dry. It gets us right to where we need to be and understand what's happening in the episode. Like we said, we had themes of, togetherness, trauma, overcoming that trauma, and things like that. And it wasn't too heavy. It was still something that was being addressed. We got to learn a little bit more about the Doctor if you didn't know about him before. So, I mean, ultimately, even though I wanted to poo-poo on this episode, after this one showed me...
Did I win you over with trying to find the deeper meaning in fear of her, where there is no fear? The only thing to fear is obviously child abuse and daddy demons in your closet. I kind of feel like that's more of a literal, figurative kind of thing, where it's like, yeah, he's in there and he's hiding and he's gonna come and get you, and you're trying to like lock him away. But I don't know, like this episode, I feel like we could probably do a deep dive in the future if you want to get into like, I would have to research a lot of theory and like, mental stuff. But
Jeez. Okay. Yeah.
it's a dark episode. It's a dark episode. They make light of it. Light the torch. It's great. But man, little Chloe's gonna have a lifetime of baggage and daddy issues to deal with, but hopefully her mother will be there to help her through it.
Yeah, boy, wow. This episode's kind of dark. I think we should just say goodbye. Dear God.
Bye, guys.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Well, if you want to watch something a little more uplifting, next week's Doctor Who episode is going to be a little bit better.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
It's a little more Rose centered. So if you want to tune in around 6 o'clock, it depends how long our Retro Ranger wrap up takes, and that dictates when Live from Gallifrey will go on. So if you want to click the little bell button on the YouTube thing, you can click notifications, and like some of the times or all of the times, and it'll help you. And please subscribe. It'll help you. It'll help us.
Yes.
It'll make sure that the autoplay puts in things that you actually like, instead of going down a deep dive of like the dark internet.
Yeah, and then after that, you'll just get lost in it. You won't even know what you're looking for anymore.
I watch earwax removals for about an hour on Friday.
See?
So,
See?
So click the subscribe button if you want to see more about geek pop culture. And I think with that said...
I'm going to learn how to cook hot pot later.
Nice.
So let's talk. No, I don't know what this. Okay, well, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to keep up to date with everything trending.
In geek pop culture.
Bye, guys.
That was a weird ending.
It was.